We got some news of what's coming this week in AQ3D. First of all, Frostval returns. So for those of you guys who don't know, this is a seasonal thing that comes back every December. This includes the previous year's Frostval bundles and content returning. Holiday Dotery, which I'm assuming that's a new one, but maybe that's just the return of the one that we already had. We got a December promo item. Now it shows this, so it's possibly a new weapon. The Mongoloine bundle raw items are going to be added this week into the bundle, and this thing is going to be sticking around for another week. It says 1 week left in regards to that. So if you are a Guardian member who owns the Mongoloine bundle, you're going to be getting some raw item additions added. Black Friday and Cyber Monday goodies, including the Savage Black Dragon mount, will be around for 1 more week, and the screenshot contest ends December 7th. Also mentions the reason why we were waiting for the raw items to come is because of they're waiting for Apple to approve the new build, and they finally did. Saw this picture here and just wanted to showcase it because that is pretty cool. That is the Power Rangers, or of course the AQ3D version of it, referred to as Battle Rangers. The 2025 Frostval bundle will be heavily influenced by Dragon Fable's Frost Scythe. Oh, and he's going to be a boss you can farm for goodies later this month. And this is the image shown with it. That is friggin' awesome. The armor is the bundle and the goodies is the weapon, and Clarion said everything in this image is in the bundle. We'll be adding Frost Scythe as a boss later in December, and he'll be dropping items. Is it coming this week? The bundle is. That's crazy, because usually the holiday bundles usually come in the middle of the month or towards the end of the month, but never at the beginning. This is a nice change. I like that. Raw versions of it incoming? I think so. Also wanted to give you guys a heads up. Clarion posted and said, thinking about doing some spawns this weekend on my birthday. I'm never around on the weekends, so I won't be able to partake of this, but if you guys are around on the weekends, you might want to keep an eye out on social media and whatnot, so that in case he is going to be spawning some chests and whatnot. Now, it also said here, could you release the Chicken boss, so we have a chance to get the mount, because the daily boss is really difficult. I've been trying intensely for 3 days and nothing, so asking for spawns of this thing. Now someone else said please don't spawn too many turkeys. Some people don't even put any effort into the daily boss battles, so maybe he will be spawning some turkeys for you guys as well. But there was also somebody else mentioning the metal chest. Now this is because they weren't able to participate during the rock shows, during the concerts and stuff, so they missed out on the thrash item. And another person had also mentioned those as well below, I forget where, right there, also mentioning the heavy metal birthday chests. Who knows, maybe he will spawn some of those as well. Someone else also mentioning the thrash chest, which is the same chest, the metal chest. Hopefully, maybe he will. For those of you who want him to, maybe he'll spawn some turkeys and some other stuff as well. Who knows if he does. It didn't say he would, but happy birthday, Clarion. A couple weeks ago, Dej shared the process of creating a weapon. Now, this is the weapon. You can see the final result right here, which is a beautiful weapon. And you can see how it starts out as a concept and then works its way through its final form, then being modeled that way and then textured and added and painted. And he says here, this is a little sneak peek at what goes into any item that is being built from the ground up. Many hours and days go into each piece, and it's all hand painted after being modeled and concepted, which also takes time. Because of this long process, some items have to be reskinned and recolored to offset the time needed to create them. So this gives a reason why we get so many reskins, is because modeling just one item takes like a lot of time. Considering that they have a very limited amount of developers working on AQ3D, it makes sense why we do get reskins. Now, I know we're not super happy about constant reskins, but this does give kind of clarity behind one of the reasons why. There's a small clip he shows saying the small clip of the tedious process of hand painting each and every single detail on just a weapon. Imagine doing this for each piece of armor as well. Hope this helps some people understand why things take as long as they do. An entire set can take up to 2 weeks. Wow. Like, look at the little details he's adding on there and stuff. So can you imagine the amount of work going into these things? That's just, oh my gosh, it's crazy. You got to give kudos to the artists of AE. Some people genuinely believe that there's some software or AI where you drag and drop a 2D concept and automatically turn it into a full 3D model for clean topography, textures, rigging, and animation. In game dev, the only time the word easy exists and was when you're playing the game. Dej responded with, "Too true, it's unfortunate, but the only thing I can think of is trying to educate them on the process. There's a lot of unrealistic expectations. Maybe it's just the way things are now. People expect so much so quickly," which, I mean, that is true. Dej also showcased this picture as well and went into a little bit more detail, saying, "For this year's Frostval, we're bringing Scythe to AQ3D. I tried to combine the best of AQ3D and AQ Worlds designs into this new version, showcasing this armor set." Look at that beautiful Scythe. Now, if you are an AQ World player, you would also recognize this set, especially the Scythe, as it was a fan favorite for quite a while. And there it is again. Get another version of it, and then this Frost Scythe weapon. But yeah, gorgeous. Will there be any variations in the set's pieces? And Dej said, "Currently on variation is for the cape, with and without fur. I tried to make it close to the original from Dragon Fable." Another player also recognized this from AQ World. "Is this in AQ World 2? Dej said, "It is super old school." As Clarion did mention, this will be a boss in the upcoming weeks, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Keep those swords swinging.